Hey, so this is the social media video, and this is just going to be a real quick video on what I personally think your social media has to do with you finding your voice or becoming a writer. Because probably you would think that if you want to write a book, it shouldn't have much to do with your Facebook page, but I personally think that my Facebook is probably my most influential writing tool that I use. So I just wanted to dig into that for a quick minute. So to start off, I started being intentional with my Facebook page. Just started doing that about a year ago, really implementing the things that I was learning from the courses from my blog. Those were started carrying over to my Facebook page, and the turnaround that I've seen since then, just the following, the connections I've made with people, likes, shares, messages that I get from people, it doubled, tripled, all of that. It's been a totally different game since I started implementing these particular things into my Facebook posting. I use Instagram too. Those are my two main things, but I just got started on the Instagram game kind of late, so I have to remind myself to be consistent, and it's a little bit harder for me to get into the rhythm of it. But Facebook as an influencer, Facebook as far as a writing tool, I think it is so important. My reasoning is this. I feel like if you went out to start a blog tomorrow, that would be new. That would be completely new, and you would have to get people from your Facebook, people from your life, people from your email, whatever, to go over to this separate place, to your blog, and read it. And that's not easy. It's not easy to get people to click through and go and read it and then click through again and come back. Your Facebook, on the other hand, you've probably had for at least 5 years, and you probably have anywhere from 200 to 2,000 friends already. You've already made connections on there, so you already have this really strong platform if you wanted to take advantage of it and use it on Facebook. So when I realized that, I started really honing in. I learned two things to start asking myself before I make a Facebook post, and those two questions have completely shaped my whole page. The first thing that I ask myself before I make a post is, does this post add value to someone? If someone comes to my page, is this going to add any type of value to them? And I try to strive for posts that are going to add some type of value, whether it be information or a good deal, or teaching them something, or sharing a story that might impact their lives, something like that. I want it to be something that I would want to click on, something that would add value to my life. So whenever I'm getting ready to post something, that helps me kind of run, I run it through this filter of is this even worth posting? Does this add value to anybody's life, or is this just a waste of space? Then the second thing would be to entertain. So does this add value or entertain? So it could be a funny story, it could be a joke, it could be a little quote, a picture, a meme, whatever, a video. If it doesn't either add value or entertain, then it probably doesn't really have a space in my Facebook page. And what I've learned, and this is how I used to do my Facebook, is that a lot of times we just put our whatever is bouncing around in our head, we put it on our Facebook, just like we do it in our blogs. So it's just these random little things that mean nothing to no one, unless they're in our little circle. So it might mean something to our husband, our mom, our dad, our sister, or something. But beyond that, we're not improving ourselves as a writer, and we're not adding value to anyone's life. We're just kind of rambling about ourselves. So, if we start to look at Facebook as this giant platform, this giant opportunity, Facebook is the perfect place to start experimenting a little bit with your writing. So from this point on, you can make the decision to just stop wasting space on your Facebook and start being intentional about it. Because if you think about it, I mean, Facebook and the internet in general, they get this terrible, they have this really bad rap about like, everybody's on their phones, nobody's making connections. Everybody, people care more about Facebook than whatever war is going on, whatever it is. But I really honestly believe it has to do with your heart and your intentions and what you want to use your social media for. If you have a heart to actually connect with people and you want to use it for community and to build friendships and connections and add value to people's lives, you can do that. My community and my friendships, like I've said in other posts, are so much bigger than they would have been had I not started being intentional with my Facebook page. I think that people ignore the fact that we have this, if you are intentional about your Facebook to where you build up your audience to where people are coming to check your page every single day, you are suddenly influential. And you can say, hey, donate to this cause, and all of a sudden 100 people do, and you just changed someone's life. So it is very important if you use it well. It's just about using it well. And you only get so many posts per day before you're really annoying. So don't waste those posts. Like, make sure that your posts add up to who you really are. Don't waste a post just putting something random that nobody really cares about. Make that post matter. You're kind of like building this portfolio from here on out on your Facebook page. If you want to be a writer, if you want to be influential and create an impact using your words, this is the perfect place to do it. You just can't fill the space with nothing. So from here on out, every post that you're getting ready to make, you need to ask yourself before you do it, does this add value to anybody? Does this entertain? Does this really match up with who I am? You need to be honest so that you can resonate with people, so people know she's like me. Like, I want to know her, and they can form that connection with you. There are people that I have met in person that are like this bright, vivid, colorful personality, and then you see their social media page, and it's just like this long, like, run-on sentence, like no emotion, and it doesn't add up. You need to use your words and use your punctuation and your pictures to show people who you are and why they should come back to you and care about what you say. 80% of my referrals from my blog come from my Facebook page. So it was on my Facebook page that people, it took a little bit because my Facebook page used to not ever matter. I was just doing all the stuff that I'm talking about not doing now. But once I started being intentional and trying to write things that could actually help people or add value to people, those same people started coming back. And then they started saying things to me like, I come to your page every day, or your stories about your kids always make me smile. That's when you know, like, that's when a light goes off and you realize you're doing something right, because people know the kind of content that they're going to get from you consistently. And that's whenever you're using your social media to your advantage. So just a few things to think about off the top of my head for your Facebook page, and just not wasting the space and putting randomness in there. Start experimenting a little bit from here on out. Start asking yourself those questions and really calculating what you can add to that person's day through your social media.